Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're embarking on, well, one of the most intellectually thrilling, kind of multi-layered deep dives we've ever tackled here.
It sounds intriguing already.
Yeah, we're going to try and connect, well, can we genuinely connect the elemental backbone of all life, carbon, with this profound spiritual concept of an indestructible mind, the diamond body,
Right.
and then throw in the absolutely bizarre, mind-bending world of quantum physics.
Wow, okay, that's a lot to bridge. Science fiction territory almost.
It really sounds like it, doesn't it? But it's a genuinely interdisciplinary journey, and it was actually inspired by your incredibly insightful inquiry.
So this came from a listener question.
Exactly. You approached us with this fascinating challenge. You asked if the diamond body in Buddhist thought.
That idea of an unshakable mind.
Precisely. Could it have a basis beyond just poetry? Could it actually reach into quantum mechanics?
That's a bold question. I love it. Connecting ancient wisdom and cutting-edge physics.
Exactly. That's the kind of thing that gets our gears turning. So, here's the plan, the expedition we're about to take.
Okay, lay it out for us.
We'll start with carbon. Its foundational role, often unsung in all known life.
The bedrock. Got it.
Then we shift. We explore the rich, ancient symbolism of the Vajra, the diamond body, in Buddhism, peel back those layers.
From the material to the metaphysical. Okay.
Then we bridge back, we look at the astonishing quantum properties that actual physical diamonds exhibit.
So the science behind the symbol.
Exactly. And finally, we venture into the really speculative zone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the intriguing theories of quantum consciousness, exploring if there's any potential resonance there with the idea of a diamond body.
Okay, speculative but fascinating.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, a crucial heads up before we dive in.
Always good to set expectations.
We are going to be really deliberate about distinguishing established science
Facts.
from plausible hypotheses, things still being tested,
Right.
and then purely speculative interpretations.
Where we're just exploring ideas.
Yeah. Precisely. Our mission, as always, is to help you get well-informed, equipped with some surprising facts, maybe a bit of humor.
Keep it engaging.
Exactly. We're here to explore possibilities, stretch our understanding, but never assert something as fact where the evidence just isn't there.
Clarity is key, especially with these topics.
Absolutely. So settle in, get comfortable. Let's start unraveling this cosmic puzzle.
It really is a captivating premise, isn't it? It forces you to look beyond those rigid boundaries.
Right. Between disciplines, philosophies.
Yeah, and consider connections you'd normally just gloss over. The question itself is powerful.
Absolutely. And when we talk about fundamental building blocks, the scaffolding of existence, well, you have to start with carbon.
Yo, question.
So can you introduce us to element number 6, the truly unsung architect of life? What is it about carbon that makes it so special, so foundational?
Carbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is in a league of its own. Element 6 on the periodic table. And its unique atomic structure. Well, it gives it this incredible chemical versatility.
Versatility. How so?
It all comes down to its electrons. It has 4 valence electrons in its outer shell.
Okay.
That specific number, 4, is the key. It allows carbon to form 4 incredibly stable covalent bonds, sharing electrons with other atoms.
So it can connect in 4 directions, basically.
Exactly. We call that property tetravalency.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the cornerstone of its role in organic chemistry. Without that, life as we know it probably wouldn't exist.
Wow. Just those 4 electrons.
It's fundamental. Now, there's a bit more detail, chemically speaking.
Go on.
It involves something called sp3 hybridization. You can think of carbon as like rearranging its bonding tools.
Okay.
It takes its available atomic orbitals, these sort of electron holding areas, and mixes them to form 4 identical sp3 hybrid orbitals.
4 identical tools for bonding.
Precisely. And these arrange themselves in a perfect tetrahedron shape around the carbon atom, like a pyramid with a triangular base.
That specific shape is important.
Crucial. It allows for these really strong directional bonds, vital for building stable, complex 3D molecules.
Right. Not just flimsy connections.
Exactly. But here's the other amazing thing. Carbon isn't locked into just that sp3 setup. It's flexible.
Oh.
It can also use different hybridizations, sp2 and sep-C, which allow it to form double bonds and even triple bonds with other atoms.
So single, double, triple bonds. It's got the whole toolkit.
It really does. And that flexibility is what leads to the absolutely immense structural diversity we see in carbon compounds, the molecules of life.
So it's not just that it can bond 4 times, but how it bonds. that mix and match capability. It sounds like the universe's ultimate master key for building stuff.
That's a fantastic analogy, a master key. And if carbon is the master key, then its ability to bond with itself.
Carbon bonding to carbon.
Yes, repeatedly. We call that concatenation. And carbon is uniquely brilliant at it.
How so?
It can form incredibly long chains, like beaded necklaces, millions of atoms long. It can form branch structures like trees, and stable rings like hexagons.
An incredible variety of backbones.
Exactly. And then combine that with its ability to form strong, stable bonds with other key elements.
Which ones?
Primarily hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur.
Ah, the famous CHONPS elements of life.
That's them. This combination, self-bonding and bonding with CHONPS, allows for an almost infinite variety of complex molecular architectures.
Wow.
These strong directional bonds, they aren't just convenient. They're essential for the precise 3D shapes needed for biological function. Cell structures, enzymes, everything relies on this.
So without carbon's specific atomic setup, no complex life.
It's hard to imagine how it could work, honestly. The intricate molecular machinery just wouldn't be possible.
That's truly incredible. It almost feels designed in a way, or just perfectly suited.
It's certainly remarkably well suited.
And speaking of life, carbon is obviously central to the big molecules that literally build us. Can you walk us through those key macromolecules, carbon's role there?
Absolutely. Carbon is the star player in all the organic compounds that make up our cells, our tissues, everything. And these compounds drive all our vital processes.
Okay.
We can group these millions of compounds into 4 main types. And crucially, every single one is built on a carbon backbone. Often as complex polymers, long chains of repeating units.
Right. What are the 4?
First up, carbohydrates. Think sugars and starches.
Energy source number 1.
Primarily, yes.
Yeah.
Immediate accessible energy for cells. Also energy storage. But they're structural too.
Like in plants.
Exactly. Cellulose in plant cell walls. They're mostly carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. We classify them from simple monosaccharides like ribose and RNA, deoxyribose and DNA, fructose, to short chains, oligosaccharides like maltose, and then complex polysaccharides like starch and cellulose. The carbon bonding allows all these different structures and functions.
Okay, carbs. What's next?
Lipids, fats, oils, waxes.
The ones that don't like water?
That's their defining feature. Insolubility in water, mostly carbon and hydrogen. This lets them form cell membranes, those essential barriers.
Right, keeping stuff in or out.
Precisely. They're also crucial for long-term energy storage, more compact than carbs. And some lipids, like steroids, cholesterol is one.
Cholesterol gets a bad rap sometimes.
It does, but it's vital. It's in membranes, and it's a precursor for hormones, vitamin D. It acts as a critical signaling molecule. The varying carbon chains and lipids give them all these different roles.
Okay. Carbs, lipids. Number 3.
Proteins. These are maybe the most complex and functionally diverse.
How much of us is protein?
A huge chunk. Something like 50 to 70% of the dry mass of organisms.
Wow.
They're polymers, chains, built from amino acid units. And amino acids are these intricate carbon-based molecules with nitrogen, sometimes sulfur too.
And proteins do, well, almost everything, right?
Pretty much. Structural support, think collagen in your skin, muscle contraction, actin and myosin, hormones like insulin, transport hemoglobin carrying oxygen.
Immune system too.
Antibodies, yes. Defense mechanisms. The key is their incredibly complex 3D structure.
The way they fold up.
Exactly. Primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary levels of folding. And that precise shape, dictated by the sequence of those carbon-containing amino acids, determines their function. It's absolutely critical.
Amazing complexity. Okay, number 4.
Finally, nucleic acids. DNA and RNA.
The blueprints of life.
The ultimate carriers of genetic information, found mostly in the cell nucleus. They're made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus.
Right.
DNA holds the instructions to build and run an entire organism. RNA helps translate those instructions into the proteins we just talked about.
And they're polymers too.
Yes, polymers of nucleotide units. Each nucleotide has a carbon-based sugar, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. The stability and information capacity of these long carbon-based chains, that's what allows life to replicate and evolve.
So listening to this, what's the profound implication here for you, the listener? It really sounds like all life, from the simplest bacterium to us, is literally chemically built on carbon.
Precisely. That universal dependency on carbon. It's across all known life forms. From bacteria to blue whales to us, it points to this profound chemical unity underlying all the diversity we see.
A shared molecular architecture.
Yes. One that's not just robust and efficient, but has been conserved and optimized over billions of years of evolution.
Wow.
And think about it. This isn't just some abstract biological fact. The very atoms that construct your thoughts right now, your feelings, your subjective experience, they are carbon atoms, constantly cycling in metabolic processes.
So my sense of self is carbon.
It's built on that carbon scaffolding, constantly changing, constantly processing. It connects the material basis of your consciousness directly to this grand cosmic cycle of elements that built everything else. It's quite humbling, really.
It really is a unifying thought. And carbon isn't just inside us, it's a global player, right? The carbon cycle.
Oh, absolutely. Its importance goes way beyond individual organisms. It's central to this vast global biogeochemical cycle that sustains all life on Earth.
How does that work, basically?
It describes the continuous movement of carbon through huge reservoirs. The atmosphere, mostly is CO2, into ecosystems via photosynthesis in plants. They grab that CO2.
Right, using sunlight.
Then it moves through food webs as organic compounds. Into the oceans, dissolve CO2, even into rocks over long time scales.
And back again.
And back again. Through respiration, we breathe out CO2, decomposition of dead stuff. Burning fossil fuels, unfortunately. It's a constant exchange.
And why is this cycle so critical?
It's essential for the basics. Photosynthesis, driven by carbon, captures solar energy and forms the base of almost all food webs.
The foundation of eating, basically.
Pretty much, and it helps regulate Earth's temperature. CO2 is a greenhouse gas, so the cycle acts like a planetary thermostat. It literally makes life possible and sustains us.
So it shows this deep interconnectedness. Carbon links everything.
Exactly. It demonstrates carbon's influence isn't just molecular, it's systemic, planetary, essential for the whole biosphere, maintaining this delicate balance.
Okay, bringing it right back home. How much carbon is actually in us? Quantitatively.
Quantitatively, it's significant. Carbon makes up about 18% of our total body mass.
18%? That sounds like a lot.
It is. It's the second most abundant element in us, right after oxygen, which is around 65%. Hydrogen is third, about 10%.
So after oxygen, carbon is the main ingredient.
Pretty much the main structural ingredient, yes. It highlights its foundational role in just our physical makeup.
And it's not just sitting there, right? You said it's dynamic.
Absolutely not static. It's in constant motion, constant transformation. It's participating in countless metabolic processes.
Like what?
Building molecules, breaking them down. Think energy production, like burning glucose. Cell repair, gene expression, turning genes on and off. Signal transduction, how cells talk to each other. Every thought, every action involves carbon chemistry.
So that high percentage, that 18%, it really underscores carbon as the fundamental chemical scaffolding for human life.
Undeniably. Including, crucially, the biological substrate for consciousness, the very material of our being.
Yeah.
And its constant flux means the self you perceive isn't fixed. It's a continuous process, built moment by moment from dancing carbon atoms.
Okay, from that undeniable material scaffolding, we now take, well, a truly fascinating leap.
Into the metaphysical.
Exactly. Let's shift focus to the Vajra and its powerful symbolism. Expert, tell us about the word Vajra. It has a dual meaning, right?
It does, and that duality is absolutely key. The Sanskrit word Vajra, pronounced Vajra, means both diamond
Okay, the gemstone.
and thunderbolt, or lightning.
Diamond and thunderbolt, that's quite a pairing.
It is, and it imbues the Vajra with immense symbolic power. It combines the diamond's qualities, indestructibility, purity, clarity,
Right.
with the qualities of lightning, sudden, irresistible, transformative force.
Force that does what?
It's often associated with the swift destruction of ignorance, illusions, mental blocks, cutting through confusion.
Interesting. And where does this symbol come from originally?
Its roots go back to ancient India. Even before Buddhism, it was famously the weapon of Indra, the king of the gods in Hindu mythology.
Thunderous thunderbolt.
Exactly.
Yes.
Symbolizing divine power, invincibility, the ability to overcome anything. So it had this deep cultural resonance already.
So Buddhism adopted and adapted this powerful symbol.
Precisely. And that dual symbolism isn't just a coincidence. It's a deliberate philosophical synthesis.
Yeah.
It reflects the nature of enlightenment itself.
How so?
It suggests enlightenment isn't just a passive state of purity, like the diamond, but also an active, powerful force like the lightning, a force that pierces ignorance, shatters illusion, dispels suffering, radically transforms the mind and how it sees reality.
So it actively destroys illusion, destroys the false self.
That's a key implication. The wisdom associated with the Vajra pierces through our illusions, our mistaken ideas, our projections. It implies a dismantling of the self as we normally perceive it, revealing the underlying truth.
So, not just a pretty idea, but a powerful active force dismantling the self. And the diamond itself, the physical object, holds potent symbolism here. Can you elaborate on that? Purity, invincibility, truth.
Right. The diamond being the hardest natural material known.
Most scaled hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It becomes this perfect metaphor for ultimate reality in Buddhist philosophy, often called shunyata, or emptiness.
Emptiness, meaning nothingness.
Not quite nothingness, more like beyond concepts, beyond dualities, immutable, immaculate. Like a diamond is perfect and unchanging in its essence. It's free from duality, pristine, untainted.
Okay. And invincible, how does that apply to the mind?
That quality is directly applied to the enlightened mind. It signifies a state that simply cannot be harmed, corrupted, or destroyed by afflictions, negative emotions, suffering, external problems.
Good inner resilience.
Exactly. Unshakable stability. And then there's the diamond's brilliance, its clarity, its transparency. That symbolizes the luminosity and the penetrating insight of the enlightened mind. A mind that sees reality exactly as it is, without the distortions of ignorance, attachment, aversion. Perfect, unclouded vision.
So, listening to this, the takeaway for you seems to be that these physical properties aren't just nice poems. They're functional descriptions of an awakened mind.
Precisely. The hardness, the purity, the brilliance. They function as profound metaphors for the actual qualities and the functional capacities of an awakened mind.
More than just analogy.
It elevates it beyond simple poetry. It provides a tangible framework. It describes a mind with unshakable stability, complete freedom from impurities like ignorance or negative emotions, and clear, unobstructed perception.
An ideal state to strive for.
Exactly, where the mind operates with purity, resilience, and compassionate efficacy. Like a diamond withstands pressure and keeps its brilliance, becoming impermeable to suffering and delusion.
Makes sense. And the Vajra isn't just a concept, it's a physical ritual tool, especially in Tantric Buddhism.
That's right. It's a key instrument, particularly in Vajrayana Buddhism. Lamas, teachers, often hold it in their right hand during ceremonies, meditations.
Symbolizing what?
Spiritual authority, often called the diamond scepter. Its physical presence emphasizes its role as a tool for actual transformation.
And it's often paired with something else, right? A bell.
Yes, crucially paired with the ganta, the bell, usually held in the left hand. This pairing is incredibly significant.
Why? What do they represent together?
The Vajra represents method, compassion, skillful action, upaya in Sanskrit.
Okay, the active part.
And the bell represents wisdom, deep understanding, the realization of emptiness, prajna.
Wisdom.
Their combined use signifies the essential harmony, the inseparability of wisdom and skillful means. Both are needed for enlightenment.
You need both knowledge and the ability to apply it compassionately.
Exactly. Wisdom without compassion is cold. Compassion without wisdom is blind. They have to be integrated.
And the Vajra itself, the physical object, has intricate symbolism in its structure.
Oh, absolutely. Deeply imbued. Each part means something.
Like what?
Well, the central sphere at the core represents wholeness, totality, perfection. It's reality itself, shunyata, the unmanifested potential.
The sword.
Then you have lotus flowers, usually with 4-8 petals, emerging from the sphere. They symbolize purity, spiritual blossoming, enlightenment emerging from the mud of samsara, the cycle of suffering.
Like a lotus flower. Beautiful.
Then there are sets of 5 rays or prongs extending outwards. These often link to the 5 wisdom Buddhas, the Panchachena.
5 Buddhas.
Each representing a perfected quality of enlightenment. Like mirror-like wisdom seeing clearly, wisdom of equality seeing interconnectedness. They radiate out from the central wisdom.
Okay, what else?
At the base of the rays, you often see Makara heads. These are mythological sea creatures, sort of like crocodiles or dolphins.
What do they signify?
They symbolize the union of opposites and transformative power, integrating dualities, male-female, wisdom, compassion, even samsaranvana on the path. True enlightenment transcends these distinctions.
Wow, an incredibly rich, multi-layered symbol. A spiritual map in an object.
It really is.
So, with all that context, what then is the diamond body, the Vajrakaya? How does it encapsulate these ultimate qualities?
Diamond body, Vajrakaya. Yes, it's a profound spiritual concept, especially in Vajrayana. It's not a physical body of diamond, obviously.
Right.
It represents a state of mind, maximum purity, clarity, indestructibility achieved through dedicated spiritual practice.
A transformation of the
A
mind.
fundamental, radical transformation. From the ordinary suffering-prone mind, confused, grasping, pushing away, to a state that is unshakable, truly happy, and completely impermeable to negative influences, afflictions, adversity.
And this connects to those 5 wisdoms you mentioned.
Deeply associated with them, yes. The Panchajana really define the diamond body. We can quickly touch on them.
Please do.
Okay, first, mirror-like wisdom, Adarsha Jnana. Imagine a perfect mirror.
Reflects everything perfectly.
Exactly. Reflects reality as it is, without distortion, attachment, bias, sees things clearly in their bare essence, but nothing sticks to the mirror.
Okay. Second.
Wisdom of equality, Samadhi. This is realizing the fundamental interconnectedness, the shared reality in everything.
Seeing unity.
Yes. Dissolving the illusion of separation, leading to universal love and compassion without discrimination. Recognizing the shared essence.
Powerful. Third.
Discriminative wisdom, Prajavikshana Jnana. Now, this complements the wisdom of equality. It's the ability to discern the unique qualities of each individual thing.
Seeing the differences too.
But without judging, conceptualizing, or clinging. Understanding distinction within the unity. Appreciating the specifics while seeing the whole helps you navigate the world precisely.
Makes sense.
Fourth, all-accomplishing wisdom, Kriya Anushvana Jnana. This is the spontaneous, effortless ability to act for the welfare of all beings.
Helping others naturally.
Yes, using skillful means, upaya, perfectly, without calculation, to guide others towards liberation and happiness.
And the 5th?
Dharmadhatu wisdom, Dharmadhatu Jnana. This is the ultimate one. Direct, non-dualistic knowledge of the entire cosmos as identical to ultimate reality.
Whoa.
Perceiving everything, the phenomenal world and ultimate truth, as one inseparable whole, free of all concepts.
So the diamond body is the mind embodying all these wisdoms, radically transformed.
Exactly. Cognitive and emotional functions are transformed, achieving stability, clarity, efficacy, completely impermeable to suffering. It's not just poetry, it's a functional state of ultimate purity, resilience, compassion, and action.
Like the physical diamond again.
Very much like the diamond enduring pressure, maintaining its structure and brilliance, the aspiration is for life to shine indestructible like diamond, to be the crystallization of true happiness.
Amazing. And you said this provides a bridge. How does the symbolism connect to the actual physics of diamond?
Yes, the bridge. It's quite startling when you put them side by side. The Vajra's conceptual indestructibility
Parallels the diamond's physical hardness.
Precisely. The Vajra's purity mirrors the diamond's strong, pristine, covalent bonds in that perfect lattice. The clarity of enlightened perception aligns beautifully with the diamond's high refractive index, its transparency.
Okay, those are clear parallels.
Even the Vajra piercing ignorance finds a subtle echo in the diamond's perfect, rigid tetrahedral structure, efficient at transmitting energy.
Interesting.
But here's where it gets really intriguing, hinting at something deeper. What about the Vajra's wisdom compared to the diamond's actual quantum coherence?
Quantum coherence, what's that?
We'll get into it, but it's about maintaining a delicate quantum state. And what about the Vajra's compassion and the diamond's potential use as a qubit, a unit of quantum information?
Whoa, okay. That feels like a leap.
It is. But this is where the symbolic starts to resonate, maybe unexpectedly, with the actual quantum mechanics of the diamond itself. It invites us to look beyond metaphor, into the physics. #3, the quantum realm of diamond.
That transition is perfect. From deep symbolism right into cutting-edge science. So what does this all mean for the diamond itself, scientifically? Let's bridge that symbolic to the scientific. How are diamonds' amazing properties rooted in the quantum world? Starting with that atomic structure.
Right. The structure of diamond is maybe the most compelling example of quantum mechanics dictating macroscopic properties.
How so?
Each carbon atom, as we said, undergoes CP3 hybridization. 4 identical orbitals pointing tetrahedrally.
Got it. The 4 arms.
These arms then perfectly overlap with the arms of 4 neighbors, forming those incredibly strong, directional, covalent sigma bonds.
Sharing electrons, maximum strength.
Exactly. And this repeats perfectly throughout the crystal, forming a giant covalent network. Specifically, the diamond cubic crystal structure. Highly ordered, repetitive, interconnected.
And that structure is responsible for its properties.
Absolutely crucial for all its unique properties. It's how that meticulous subatomic arrangement dictates the big picture characteristics.
So this precise quantum arrangement, this strong network, that's why it's so unbelievably hard. Hardest natural material. Is it just bond strength?
It's the combination. The strength of each bond, the precise directionality, and the sheer number of them in that continuous, unbroken 3D network.
It takes huge energy to break that lattice.
Immense energy. That's why it's Mohs 10. It also explains its incredibly high melting point over 4,000 degrees Celsius, resistant to almost everything.
So hardness, melting point, direct consequences of the quantum arrangement.
Direct and undeniable. It perfectly illustrates that principle. Quantum interactions at the atomic level dictate bulk material properties. Diamond is a prime example of a perfect structure born from quantum rules, an atom-by-atom triumph.
Truly fascinating. The subatomic dictating the tangible. But it's not just hardness. What about its other properties? Like thermal conductivity, you said it's weirdly good.
Right. While these properties seem classical, they're all direct results of quantum mechanics governing electrons, bonds, lattice vibrations.
Okay, explain thermal conductivity. It's an electrical insulator, but conducts heat really well. Seems odd.
It does seem counterintuitive. The reason is extremely efficient transfer of vibrational energy, heat energy, through the lattice. Physicists call these vibrations phonons.
Pockets of heat energy.
Kind of like sound waves carrying heat. In Diamond's super rigid, perfectly bonded lattice, these phonons travel with very little scattering. Heat just zips through efficiently.
And that efficiency comes from the quantum nature of the vibrations.
Deeply rooted in its specific quantum vibration modes, yes.
Okay. What about electrical conductivity? Why is it such a poor conductor?
It's a dielectric, an insulator, because those strong covalent bonds hold the valence electrons really tightly.
They can't move around freely to carry current.
Exactly. It takes a huge amount of energy. There's a large band gap to knock an electron loose so it can conduct electricity.
Yeah.
That's a direct consequence of the quantum energy levels of the electrons. They're just too tightly bound.
Got it. And its sparkle, the optical properties.
Its brilliance, that fire-splitting light into colors, that comes from its high refractive index and dispersion.
How light bends and splits when it enters.
Right, and how it bends and splits depends precisely on how photons, light particles, interact with the electronic structure and the energy bands within the diamond lattice, all governed by quantum mechanics.
So hardness, thermal conductivity, electrical insulation, optical brilliance, all quantum effects.
Every single one is a direct manifestation of quantum mechanics ruling electrons, bonds, and vibrations. It really drives home how the quantum realm underlies all physical reality, even in solid, tangible things.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
That something so solid is just quantum interactions writ large. But it gets even more directly quantum, doesn't it? Nitrogen vacancy centers, NV centers.
Yes, NV centers. This is where Diamond really steps onto the quantum technology stage. They're like tiny, built-in quantum laboratories.
What are they exactly?
There's specific atomic defects in the diamond lattice. Tiny imperfections.
Not pure carbon anymore.
Right. An NV center forms when a nitrogen atom replaces a carbon atom.
Okay, one substitution.
And right next to it, a carbon atom is simply missing, creating a vacancy.
A nitrogen next to a hole.
Basically, yes. We focus on the negatively charged NV center. Its electron behaves in a special quantum way. Like a tiny controllable magnet, its spin.
And what's special about this NV center?
The absolutely crucial property. Remarkably long coherence times.
Coherence time, what does that mean?
It's how long the electron spin can maintain a delicate quantum state like superposition, being in multiple states at once, or entanglement with other spins. Think of a quantum coin spinning without collapsing to heads or tails.
Okay, it holds on to its quantumness for a long time.
A remarkably long time for a quantum system. But here's the real game changer.
What's that?
This quantum coherence persists even at room temperature.
Room temperature. But don't quantum effects usually need extreme cold, like near absolute zero?
Exactly. That's why this is revolutionary. Most quantum phenomena are incredibly fragile. Any heat or vibration normally destroys the quantum state instantly. That's decoherence. NV centers in diamond are somehow protected.
Wow, how is that possible?
The rigid diamond lattice provides a very quiet, stable environment for the NV center's electron spin, shielding it remarkably well from external noise.
So, this robust room temperature quantum state, what can you do with it?
You can precisely control the spin state using microwaves, flip it up or down, put it in superposition, and you can read out its state using lasers. This makes it function as a qubit. Qubit, the basic unit of quantum information.
Yeah.
For quantum computers.
Exactly. Diamond NV centers are a leading candidate for building room temperature quantum computers and sensors.
And quantum memory, too. You mentioned that.
Yes. You can couple the NV electron spin to the nuclear spins of nearby carbon-13 atoms. Nuclear spins are even more protected from decoherence.
So you can store the quantum information there.
Potentially for much longer periods.
Right.
It acts like a robust quantum memory element. So actual quantum computers or memory may be operating at normal temperatures, thanks to these tiny flaws in diamonds. What are the implications?
It's huge. It fundamentally challenges the idea that quantum tech requires extreme cold. It makes diamond this incredibly promising, practical platform for real-world quantum technologies.
Bridging theory and application.
Absolutely. Moving quantum computing, sensing, maybe even communication out of specialized labs and into potentially everyday use.
What kind of applications besides computing?
Ultra-precise quantum sensors, detecting tiny magnetic fields maybe for mapping brain activity with incredible resolution, or medical diagnostics, or even geological surveys. There's research into quantum batteries that use NV center coherence to prevent energy loss. Even ideas for a quantum internet using entangled NV centers. It's opening entirely new frontiers.
Okay, now we arrive at the absolute core of your original question. And here's where the truly deep, speculative thinking kicks in.
The big leap.
The big leap. We've got carbon as life's scaffold. The Vajra symbolizing indestructible enlightenment. Diamond itself as a marvel of quantum stability at room temperature.
Right.
Could these astonishing quantum properties, especially in diamond, possibly relate to profound states of consciousness, like that diamond body?
Okay, entering the speculative zone.
Deep breaths. Let's dive into those theories of quantum consciousness, starting with Penrose and Hameroff. Or chair.
Right, this takes us into a frontier field and, yes, highly speculative, trying to bridge physics and subjective experience. These theories propose quantum stuff might be fundamental to consciousness, beyond just neurons firing classically.
Okay.
Orchestrated objective reduction is probably the best known and most debated, proposed by physicist Sir Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist-psychologist Stuart Hameroff.
What's the core idea?
They suggest consciousness doesn't just emerge from neuron networks, but originates in quantum processes happening inside neurons, specifically within microtubules.
Microtubules, tiny tubes within the cell's skeleton.
Exactly. Hameroff suggests they act like an intracellular nervous system, maybe orchestrating tiny, random quantum moments of proto-consciousness into our full, unified conscious experience.
Orchestrating them, hence the orchestrated part. What about Penrose's objective reduction?
Penrose brings in the physics. He proposes a specific type of quantum wave function collapse objective reduction, or, which he argues isn't random, but is influenced by gravity and space-time geometry in a non-computable way.
Non-computable, like not like a standard computer algorithm.
Exactly. And he thinks this non-computable process might be key to explaining the hard problem, how subjective experience, what it's like, arises from physical stuff.
Yeah.
How we get experience, not just processing.
Now, I know these ideas face huge scrutiny. What are the main criticisms?
You're right, massive skepticism. The biggest hurdle is the warm, wet, and noisy brain problem.
The decoherence issue again?
Exactly. Quantum states are fragile. The brain is hot and messy. Conventional physics says quantum coherence shouldn't last long enough in the brain to do anything meaningful for consciousness. It should decohere almost instantly.
So how do Penrose and Hameroff counter that?
They propose microtubules might provide a special protected environment, like insulating channels maybe involving structured water molecules around them that shield quantum coherence from the noise.
A biological way to protect quantum states.
That's the idea. They point to experimental work, like Bandyopahi's finding of quantum vibrations in microtubules as potentially supportive evidence, though that's also debated. It's an ongoing, vigorous argument.
Okay, so that's the base theory, focused on microtubules. How do we possibly connect that to carbon stability or diamond-specific quantum coherence in the brain? That feels like a huge extrapolation.
It is a huge extrapolation. Absolutely crucial to state that up front. ORCHR is about microtubules, which are made of proteins, so carbon compounds.
Right, back to carbon.
But directly linking this to diamond's crystal structure, or NV centers in the brain, that's a further leap into analogy and speculation. We don't have diamonds in our heads.
Okay. Glad we're clear on that. So it's more about the principle demonstrated by diamond.
Exactly. The intriguing analogy, the one you brought up, is powerful. Diamond's NV centers show unequivocally that robust quantum coherence is possible at room temperature in some systems. It defies the simple too warm argument.
It shows it's not impossible.
Precisely. So the speculative thought becomes, if enlightenment, the diamond body state, involves profound mental coherence, purity, indestructibility, could there be unknown quantum mechanisms in the brain?
Mechanisms that allow for increased coherence under special conditions.
Perhaps. Maybe under conditions cultivated by practices like deep meditation, which we know alter brain function significantly. What if the brain can optimize its own quantum processes?
Ow.
Hypothetically, maybe through specific molecular structures we haven't identified, or biophysical interactions that minimize decoherence, allowing macroscopic quantum effects to emerge.
And if that happened, what would it feel like? How would it manifest?
Pure speculation.
Hmm.
But it could manifest as that increased mental clarity, that unified perception, that unshakable emotional stability and equanimity. Qualities strongly resonant with the Vajra and enlightenment.
Like achieving a kind of biological quantum coherence, akin to an NV center, but dynamic and biological.
That's the thought experiment. A state of ultimate mental purity and resilience, free from internal noise, deeply interconnected. It's a compelling idea, linking the metaphor to a potential, albeit highly speculative, physical basis.
A fascinating connection, drawing these powerful analogies. But as you keep stressing, analogies and extrapolations, let's hammer home the limitations here. Distinguishing possibility from established fact is vital.
Absolutely crucial. Let's be crystal clear. The relationship here, carbon, Vajra, quantum mechanics, consciousness remains largely in the realm of profound analogy and tantalizing speculation.
Okay, break down the analogies and limitations.
Okay, the structural and functional analogy. Carbon is life's scaffold, building the brain. Diamond, a carbon allotrope, symbolizes enlightenment's purity and destructibility. The analogy. Maybe peak consciousness is functionally diamond-like, resilient, hard, unbreakable against disturbance. It's a potent conceptual map.
Makes sense as an analogy.
Then the quantum analogy. Diamond NV centers show amazing subatomic order and stability at room temp. If consciousness has a quantum element, maybe enlightenment implies optimized, sustained quantum coherence in the brain, akin to those NV centers. A mind operating at peak quantum efficiency, maybe.
Again, a compelling what if. But now the limitations. Be blunt.
Right. Limitations, crucial counterpoints. 1. There is absolutely no established scientific mechanism directly linking diamond-specific crystal structure or NV centers to human brain biology or consciousness. Zero evidence. 2. Quantum consciousness theories like ORCH-R are highly debated and lack conclusive empirical proof that withstands scrutiny. Still very much on the fringes.
Right, still hypotheses.
3. The brain's staggering complexity, billions of neurons, trillions of synapses, complex networks, electrochemical signaling, is vastly different from a simple, rigid diamond crystal. Comparing them directly is problematic.
Apples and oranges, almost.
In many ways. 4. Human consciousness, as understood by neuroscience, is an emergent property of millions of years of evolution, involving incredibly complex structures like the prefrontal cortex for language, planning, self-awareness. Its relation to fundamental quantum mechanics is still a wide-open, highly speculative question, far from settled science. #tag V conclusions. So let's try and synthesize this whole journey, bringing it all together.
Distill it down.
First, carbon. Undeniably, the fundamental architect of organic life. Its unique versatility allows for all the essential macromolecules, carbs, lipids, proteins, nucleic acids. It makes up 18% of us, demonstrating a profound chemical unity across all life, and its global cycle sustains the entire biosphere. Bedrock reality.
Okay, carbon, foundational.
Second, the Vajra, or diamond body. Far more than metaphor. Its dual-meaning diamond thunderbolt captures the pure, indestructible, clear, enlightened mind and the transformative force destroying ignorance. It represents a functionally optimal state. Stable, resilient, clear-sighted, compassionate.
Vajra, symbolic of a transformed, optimal mind.
Third, diamond's quantum realities. Its physical hardness comes from that perfect tetrahedral quantum structure. And crucially, NV centers show remarkable room temperature quantum coherence, making diamond a key player in future quantum tech, and proving quantum effects aren't just for extreme cold.
Quantum diamond, physical manifestation of stability, and surprising room temp quantum effects. And that brings us back full circle to the speculative nexus you kicked off for us, listener. That conceptual attraction, linking diamond stability and coherence to enlightenment's qualities.
It feels like there should be a connection, doesn't it?
It really does. That sense of a deeper order.
Oh.
However, and this is the crucial caveat, the most important takeaway for you listening, currently, there is no direct scientific evidence linking diamond's specific quantum mechanisms, like NV centers, to human brain biology or consciousness. None.
That cannot be stressed enough.
Quantum consciousness theories like ORCH-R remain highly speculative, intensely debated, lacking proof. We are exploring the absolute frontier here, where established science meets profound mystery.
Exactly. Important to know where the map ends.
So what does this all truly mean for you, even without those direct empirical links? Think about it. Carbon's astonishing ability to form complex, stable structures, whether it's the intricate dance of life inside you or the crystalline perfection of a diamond.
It's remarkable versatility.
It really invites us to ponder, doesn't it? Are there deeper fundamental physics principles at play? Principles that might, subtly or profoundly, underlie consciousness in ways we just don't grasp yet?
The big unknown.
The pursuit of these connections, challenging, speculative as it is, while it profoundly enriches our understanding, it pushes us to see the intricate, mysterious relationship between matter, mind, and the universe we live in.
Bridging these fields is where insight often happens.
Absolutely. This deep dive reminds us the greatest discoveries often lie right at those thrilling intersections of knowledge.
A fascinating journey.
Thank you for bringing such an expansive, truly thought-provoking topic to the deep dive. Your curiosity is what drives us to explore these boundaries.
Keep the questions coming.
And remember, the journey of discovery, it never truly ends. Until next time.